went horribly wrong in the Moscow region. 12 people were injured, one of them seriously breaking her back after a public bus full of passengers suddenly crashed into a roadside ditch on Monday morning.
According to witnesses, the crash happened because of the driver's inattention. He was counting fares while driving.
And this is how it usually happens in these buses. Monday's incident is the latest in a whole string of public bus crashes in the last few months. In most of them, drivers were blamed for reckless driving. However, this does not seem to have made the demand for public transports any smaller, as for many it is the only way to reach their destinations.
Russians usually associate standing in long queues with Soviet times, but even though the giant has been gone for almost 2 decades now, for millions of Muscovites, queues are an everyday sight as they wait for a public bus called the Marshrutka.
Transport companies claim they have very strict requirements for the drivers they employ, and it matters little to them where their employee comes from, as long as he's qualified to do the job. However, Dmitry from Moscow received the scare of a lifetime once going home in a public bus operated by a migrant.
The driver was talking on the phone in some foreign language. Then he started gesticulating actively with both hands as if explaining something. And all that happened at quite a speed. When I got out, I thank God I was alive.
After that, Dmitry dialed the public transport hotline and reported the incident. The next day, the unprofessional driver was sacked. This story follows a wave of public discontent on the professional qualities of the public buses' migrant drivers, those from the CIS countries, the Caucasus and Central Asia. The Moscow transport authorities came up with a suggestion to bus companies to slash their foreign workforce, something the companies see as unfair, especially given that it seems difficult to find anyone to replace them with.
If only migrants were occupying someone's place, those with Russian passports, then it would have been understandable. But Muscovites, even those who know their area well, just don't want to take this difficult job, and we have a great shortage of workforce.
Human rights activists go even further and point out that transport companies have only 10% of migrants among their workers, and it's not necessarily foreigners which provoke crashes.
They're not talking about a low professional level of drivers and that requirements for them have been downshifted. They're not trying to solve this problem. Instead, they take on a path of instigating anti-migrant policy.
The authorities have not yet officially demanded a cut of the migrant workforce in public transport, but should that happen, they will have to think of who to replace them with and what to do with those fired. But for those Muscovites preferring public transport to driving private cars, it is the matter of who they're trusting their lives with which matters the most. Alexei Roshevsky, RT, Moscow.
Gotta go. I hope you're ready, 'cause take a look outside.